Good evening and welcome to the briefing room. I'm Madhavdas G. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since the deadly stampede in September 2025, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay is set to visit the state of Tamil Nadu's Karur. Remember that 41 people lost their lives in the unfortunate tragedy. And many saw this as a blemish in Vijay's political career right at the start. Vijay had also left the site of the incident as soon as it happened, which also raised several questions. Vijay eventually did meet the families of the victims at a private resort near Chennai almost a month after the tragedy, but he had not visited Karur until now. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister C. Joseph Vijay is expected to travel on the 10th of July to reach out to families devastated by the stampede tragedy that happened on September 27, 2025 during the TVK rally. He will hand over appointment letters to the legal heirs of the 41 victims, with 32 compassionate appointments expected to be issued. The visit is being seen as part of the state's effort to provide relief and rehabilitation to the bereaved families. With the Vijay government now going ahead with jobs to Karur stampede victims' families, the TVK allies seem to have taken a different view. What are we talking about? These are the statements coming out from the allies. Providing government jobs will set a bad precedent, says K. Subbarayan of the CPI. History will record it as misuse of power. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's party can't shift burden to the government, says a key ally. In absence of norms, the government shouldn't offer jobs. This is the statement of a member of parliament of the CPI. The CPM has also gone ahead with a contrarian view to the TVK. What are they saying? Investigation ongoing in the Karur stampede tragedy. Such announcements will dilute the course of the case, frame new norms for giving jobs to victims' kin. These are the statements that are coming in from the CPI Secretary P. Shanmugam. He also says that until then, keep such announcements on hold. Naturally then, TVK's rivals are also gunning for the Vijay government. The DMK has gone on to call this a move to politicize the tragedy for their own benefit.
TVK wants to politicize it. First they politicize by saying that DMK used the police to kill the victim, and then this issue of giving ex gratia and giving job on compassionate ground is not something that is that has a precedence in history of Tamil Nadu. Tomorrow if some other tragedy happens, will the TVK government give the same kind of a remedy to those victims is a big question mark. They will not do it.
On Monday, the DMK had moved the Supreme Court. So it's not the first time that there is some kind of politics being played or attempts at scuttling Vijay's visit that's happening. But that particular plea urging the Supreme Court to ban the visit of Chief Minister Vijay and TVK party functionaries along with him to Karur, the Supreme Court, however, refused to entertain. And they said to the plea that, and gave them some stinging observations in response to that plea. The first, that the apex court is not a forum for political dispute. Second, that counter free speech with more speech, not a judicial gag. This is the second observation of the court to DMK. We cannot impose injunction on free speech. They've also asked that we cannot fix the Chief Minister's itinerary. They further added, check your facts. Chief Minister is not an accused named in the FIR. Observation number 6, government compensation cannot influence victims. These are statements that have come in and also have accused DMK of doing some kind of politics on this. Now, the Congress has been quick to hit back at the DMK and ask, why does the DMK have a problem if the Vijay government is assisting the kin of the Karur victims?
We have never seen such a CM till today. It was always the paid crowd standing there to tell that their leader is going. It is all the public by themselves coming in and standing. So this incident of, CM, Honorable CM going to Karur, taking care of the victims' families, giving them jobs or giving them any government schemes or whatever, is not going to increase his image. It is for sure he's got a better image always.
Let's also briefly tell you about the persons named in the FIR in the Karur stampede tragedy. Named is Basi Anand, who's a TVK minister. There's also Nirmal Kumar, yet another TVK minister. There is also Madhi Alagan, who's a TVK district secretary. One person who is not named in the FIR, however, is C. Joseph Vijay, who's the current Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and the head of the TVK. And therefore, there are questions being raised about whether this controversy is merited in the first place. BJP, though, seemed to be in consonance with the CPI and CPM for opposing jobs being provided to Karur stampede victims, saying that the incident happened during a TVK rally when he was not the chief minister, saying that TVK cannot evade responsibility by putting the burden on the Tamil Nadu government.
On what basis is Mr. Vijay doling out all this when already the matter has been placed before the court? It is pending. If the court says no, will he withdraw these job orders that he has given? I think it is downright insulting, and I think the people of Tamil Nadu should not. He keeps giving, the government jobs to all the people who are around him. What is he thinking? I think Mr. Joseph, it will be good if Mr. Joseph Vijay backtracks on this and stops doling out.
And Tamil Nadu Finance Minister has now responded to the controversy surrounding the issue of government jobs for the victims' skin. He says it's inhuman to politicize such issues and asks why the DMK won't welcome the issue now when they were the same party that offered 10 lakh rupees to the kin of the victims while they were in power. Listen in.
The communist parties and also the opposition, especially the DMK, they're telling that, providing government jobs to the kin of the victims of Karur stampede, that will influence the witnesses, that it is not appropriate for the government to give them government jobs.
Very good evening to all of you. This is something very sensitive because this 41 family of our who lost their lives is our family, first and foremost. We have, as a party person, as a layman, whoever it is, should understand how important is the lives of these 41 of their families. So we, as a common man, if anybody who lost life on human values ground, they look into this, they would not politicize this. That's my angle in it. So if the DMK wants to make a point out of this and create a sensation, I don't understand whether they have human values, first of all. When they were in government, this incident happened, they issued a 10 lakhs. And how come the government currently headed by the Honorable Chief Minister, when he issues a letter of appointment, they should be welcomed on human values, not to politicize this.
All right, Dharni is joining us now. Dharni, now since early this week, you've seen what's happened in the Supreme Court. We've even seen DMK, appeal to the CBI as well, which is investigating this entire matter. But the question is, when the TVK's own allies, including the left parties, the CPI and the CPM, raise this issue, then that can be quite embarrassing, coming as it does on the eve of Chief Minister Vijay's visit to Karur. Dharni.
Well, this definitely looks embarrassing for the TVK at this point in time, because both the CPI and the CPIM, with 2 MLAs each, they're providing outside support to the TVK government at this point in time. And, they've openly told the Chief Minister not to, give away the government appoint orders for the kin of the Karur stampede victims. And they are coming up with multiple reasons for saying this. But despite this criticism from the communist parties, it looks like the TVK is going to go ahead with this plan, because we heard what the finance minister of the state has to say. He says that anybody who looks at this issue with a human values lens, they will not politicize this. They will allow this to happen, is what the finance minister is telling. This is an indication that the TVK is anyway going to go ahead with their plan. So let's wait and see how the left parties react after these orders are given to the kin of the victims.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us now, Dharni, for that quick update and getting us those reactions in a record time. Let's quickly open this up and take it across to our panelists now. With us is Advocate M. Satyakumar, National Spokesperson of the TVK. Dr. Syed Hafiz is DMK spokesperson. Also with us is Saira Shah Halim, who's an activist and, of course, leans towards the left party. Saira Shah Halim, it's one thing for the DMK to be objecting to visits, to policies, and even to sensitive incidents such as the Karur stampede victims, whom Chief Minister Vijay is all set to meet. But when the left parties, who are in alliance with the TVK, raise this question of propriety, saying that the government funds or the government programs and policies are being changed or tweaked to be utilized for political purposes of the TVK, that's going to be something that's quite embarrassing for the ruling party in that alliance, the TVK. Why is the CPM breaking up this issue? Yeah.
See, I'll make it very clear, firstly, that we all are aware that a political party and the state government, they are completely different entities, right? Now, this particular stampede that led to 41 deaths, it happened at a private political rally organized by the TVK. So the entire onus of responsibility, that means compensation, support to the affected families, lies on TVK's shoulder. That is very clear. And it doesn't lie on the state treasury. Now, a formal inquiry is already underway. There's an inquiry going on. And if you start compensating the kin of the families, that would derail the entire inquiry process, into the case. And by giving government jobs to the victim's kin, the TVK government appears to be settling up or hushing up the grievances of the families that were affected by it. So it gives a very dangerous precedent, because it becomes problematic for the administration later on, and if future political rallies by other parties face a similar situation, right?
But Saira Shalim, if that was the case, Supreme Court would have intervened, CBI could have intervened, but that's not happened.
So like I said, it depends, completely on TVK. And right now, the matter is currently pending before the court to determine who was responsible, for this entire matter, for the, in case of this, and what were the safety lapses that led to this unfortunate incident? Because here, providing government employment for a tragedy of that scale, like I said, it can lead to a highly problematic administrative.
Okay. Can it influence the witnesses? I think that's the crux of this entire question. And let me take that question across to the TVK. Mr. Satya Kumar, the problem, says Saira Shah Halim, is that this could perhaps end up influencing the witnesses, not just providing compensation, but also government jobs at a time when the probe is underway. How would you respond to it?
Madhav, the Supreme Court itself has said, in the capacity of the CM, he has every right to visit the victims. And also, if you may note, in the last DMK government, they also provided compensation to the victims. And we all know that there is also the state's action was questioned by CBI. In fact, Mr. Sendil Balaji was also summoned by the CBI recently when the FIR got transferred to CBI with the order of the Supreme Court. Accordingly, we are not doing any exception. On compassionate ground, ex gratia amount is provided and job opportunities provided to the victims. And CBI has not arrayed our Honorable CM of Tamil Nadu as accused as well. So DMK in urgency, they went to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said they will dismiss, and accordingly they withdrew the petition in the Supreme Court application. And indirectly they wanted to bring in a conspiracy to make Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu as an accused, but that is not going to happen. And investigation is underway under the retired Lordship Justice Ajay Rastagi. The matter is under investigation. So accordingly, what we are doing is constitutional, lawful, wherein the victims are now provided job opportunity on compassionate ground. 2, we are providing ex gratia amount. How can it be held that it is given to the witness?
Mr. Vijay has already announced, Mr. Satya Kumar, let me read out from the letter dated the 18th of October 2025. That's quite some time ago, where in fact Mr. Vijay had said that he would meet the families of the victims after in fact completing the necessary formalities. Has conveyed his condolences, and he has also said that an amount of 20 lakh has been transferred as family welfare support on behalf of the TVK. Now, if the ex gratia has already been given of 20 lakhs, then why this again?
Madhav, that is that is on side of the personal funds of our party, personal funds of our leader. That there's nothing to do with the state. After he became Chief Minister, he feels that the compensation given to them, the support given to them is inadequate. It's inadequate. So it is the discretionary power of the state, as per Article 12, to look at what is the welfare of the victims.
Okay, but did the state government under the aegis of DMK not provide any ex gratia?
What they provided is inadequate.
Okay. Dr. Saida, please respond to that. The ex gratia that you provided was inadequate.
One more point, Madhav.
Yeah.
Please allow me. Please allow me, Madhav.
Okay, quickly. 30 seconds, complete your point.
It is negligence of the state. Crowd management control norms were not followed during that time.
We'll get into
Accordingly,
whose
now
negligence
our
it is.
leader
We'll
feels
get into
and accordingly we are providing
that.
executive
Allow me to get a response from the DMK to the points that you just made. The compensation of, I believe it was 10 lakhs, if my memory serves me right, Syed Hafiz, that your government provided was inadequate, and therefore it is the discretion of the government to increase the compensation at any point of time, and that's exactly what Chief Minister Vijay is doing, says the TVK. Your response to that?
Yeah, as you rightly said, the ex gratia during our period was 10 lakhs. We gave uniformly to all the victims. Now, the Honorable Finance Minister said it is a human value to support such victims. Human values cannot be differentiated depending upon the background of the victim, the background of the state which they belong to. Recently, this state witnessed a tragedy where ammonia leak happened and migrant workers, more than 10 to 15, lost their life. The ex gratia given by this government, it is the failure of this government to protect the life and ensure work safety, for which this government gave only 2 lakhs, because those victims are not going to help them politically. The political narrative of just before he concluded the speech said the onus lies on the government and poor crowd management. How did this TVK person conclude when the investigation is going on? This is the politics. This is the politics of the TVK. Create desperate the politics, even in the tragedy where life lost. These 41 lives lost are not the lives of the TVK members or the TVK cadres. We see it as the people coming out of citizens.
Okay, Dr. Syed Hafiz, I'm sorry, there's a problem with your line. We'll just try and fix that technical issue because we're not able to hear you very clearly. But Satya Kumar, respond to that. The point that DMK repeatedly makes is that this is because of the inadequacy of the arrangements of the TVK, not the DMK government. There were delays, people were standing in the sun for hours. All those facts are out there. Respond to the DMK.
Madhav, if you remember, during the DMK regime, when there was a air show that happened in Marina, 5 people were actually were also a victim of the state were negligent about the arrangements. The question comes here, how is there is a pattern in the DMK government, there is a negligence by the state when it comes to the matter of protecting the citizens when they attend the event. For example, there are many events that's happening in the temple. Whose responsibility it is? It is a responsibility of the state to control the crowd. There is a Ministry of Home Affairs guidelines with respect to crowd management control. Did they follow those guidelines? Did they follow the guidelines? The answer is no. Even though the investigation may be going on, it is available in the public record how crowd control management has to be done. Any citizen can go through and conclude that the state did not provide adequate security or state did not provide adequate security, as well as the police personnel were not deployed. The question comes here, why alone? In my leader's campaign,
but
there is an
delay arrival.
Provided.
Delay his arrival by several hours. That's something that's in public domain.
No, Madhav, I want to clear this point. There is no delay at all. The permitted time for us by the state, is the duration. And my leader comes exactly within the duration.
No, but why were the people gathering at noon then? What was the duration?
People will gather. See, we got the permission for the duration, and in that duration, people have gathered.
What is the duration?
Responsibility of the state to
Please
take
tell
care
us
of
the
people.
duration.
Duration is from afternoon 12 o'clock to night 7 to 8, up to 8. That's the duration.
So, but he arrived. So, you want people to wait in the sun for 8
We did
9
not
hours.
arrive late. Madhav, we did not arrive late. The crowd.
Okay, let Dr. Hafiz answer you on that. He did not arrive late. The crowd came on its own because he's a star. Dr. Syed Hafiz, you want to respond to that? I think we lost that line with Dr. Syed Hafiz. Sarah Shahlim, would you like to take that question? The TVK spokesperson says Vijay is not responsible.
I'm there.
Okay, Dr. Hafiz, go ahead.
I'm there. First of all, if you got the permission between 3 and 7, why did your Twitter handle say that Vijay will be there by 12 o'clock? It is your official handle. So don't lecture us, okay? Don't lecture us on the very previous day, the same spot, Edapadi Palaniswamy came. It is the same protocol. There is an SOP for crowd management. It is not randomized. There is an SOP. There is a police force. Throughout the country, there are SOP. The same SOP was followed to ADMK. Nothing happened. But here the same SOP is followed because of the delay and your cult managing tactics made the delay, and all this happened despite the calls from the DSP to cancel. You came in, you wanted the vehicle to be parked on the same spot. This is a history now. My point is clear. If you are saying we are doing politics of stopping the people to get the job, I think then you should condemn the communist who is questioning you today and say we don't need your support. It is also the communists supporting you, saying this is unprecedented, unwarranted, and it will set a bad precedent. If DMK is doing politics, what is communists doing?
Okay, I think that's a fair question. Mr. Satya Kumar, DMK is your known political rival. You've unseated them in the state of Tamil Nadu. If you are saying that DMK is doing politics, what will you say to the left parties? I think is a legitimate question given the statements we've seen today. Please respond. Will you condemn those as well?
Say that the opposition party should not raise any kind of, they should not voice out anything. Even within the party, even in our coalition, they may have points to raise. We're very much welcome. It's very much welcome. We are not like DMK. We are okay with the coalition partners giving an improvement point or constructive criticism. Always we are welcome.
Will you follow that criticism though? Will you cancel the visit? Because if you're welcoming it, that means you're going to follow it.
Madhav, in the last 60 days, there are instances where the points was raised with respect to certain policies that the government brought. We have changed. We always allowed dissent voices, not like DMK, always suppressing the voices of their coalition. That is the reason their allies left them. That is the reason the allies left them. Moment the power, they lost the power.
Madhav,
we always respect the dissent voices.
Okay. Hafiz.
Topic today.
Hafiz, and then I go across to Sarah Shalim.
Ask him to talk something relevant to the topic today. There was a pointed question.
It is relevant. We respect the dissent voices.
The communists are saying what? That is not the point, Mr. Satya Kumar. You accept
you
or not?
Say what is the point, Hafiz?
Nobody is at the mercy of the TVK. No, wait, let me, I put you a question.
Can I say what you have to say?
Okay, one by one. Mr. Satya Kumar, I'll give you a chance to rebut. Let him at least put forth his point.
On this, that communists are feeling that what you're doing is not right. That is, you're saying, no. Even if
okay, I think there's a problem. Again, Mr. Hafiz, I have to fix, I'm going to take out some time to fix your network. Let me quickly get in a response from Sarah Shalim. Sarah Shalim, we respect the views of our allies, and if it's constructive criticism, we will take it into our stride. At the same time, I want to ask you a question also. At the end of the day, Vijay is himself not one of the accused in this case. Yes, there are TVK members and ministers who are accused in this case, but if Vijay himself is not an accused, how can it be then a case of influencing witnesses or anybody who could provide a statement?
See, the point is we are looking at abuse of authority here where, if there is a state employment of any kind, right? And you weaponize it as political damage control, that's a problem here. That is how, the left looks at it. Because here, government jobs cannot be looked at, treated as discretionally handouts for political damage control. Because a separate policy has to be championed that is transparent, merit-based, and it is policy-driven, right? That takes care of policy employment because millions of youth right now in Tamil Nadu spend years studying and waiting for government jobs and the recruitment process. So we can't really take it as political damage control. I think that is the moral standpoint here.
Okay, it's a moral point that you're making, but the question is that if you are not on the same page with your ally, the TVK, is this concern because of the growing numbers of AIDMK MLAs coming in there? Are you going to continue to stand with the TVK if they go ahead with tomorrow's program? Many questions that then emerge.
See, there will always be some kind of, not 100% agreement with the allies all the time. It happened with the India Alliance. It happened with the left and the CPM in Kerala, where the CPM was fighting against Congress in Kerala. So whenever there is an ally, it's not necessary to be 100% on the same page. And the basic thing is on moral grounds. So there has to be a meeting point where you come to some kind of an agreement with the ally, and that's how you move forward.
Okay. And what happens from here on? Is the program... All right, Hafiz is back with us. Syed Hafiz, your response to Satya Kumar.
No. See, the point is very clear. They said that the DMK is politicizing the entire issue. If that is the case, this should apply for the communist also. And I said human values cannot change depending upon who the victim is or the victim's background of political party or the state. On this ground, as a government, we gave 10 lakhs as ex gratia. Though they were not the TVK member, they were not the DMK members. We did not see politics in this. We did not see which political party they belong to. But however, the TVK, when it comes to ammonia leak victims, the ex gratia given is only 2 lakh. When it is victims of their party, what they feel, they give government jobs, they give 10 lakh, already 10 lakh being given, already 20 lakh being given. Now, see, historically, there have been a lot of incidents during political rallies. Cadres die in accidents, cadres die in dehydration and all this. Never ever the government takes a responsibility of them because it's a political event, it's a private event. But here the TVK has a habit of making politics out of a tragedy. And now, as Satya Kumar said, they want to shift the blame. See, I will tell you what Vijay will speak in Karur. He will say, DMK killed us, DMK killed our cadres, but I will protect you. I will give you the job. They can't touch you. This heroic and cinematic kind of script is getting ready, for which Vijay needs his tactics and optics. That is the reality. But ultimately, I will tell you, if they say DMK is politicizing it, they should also condemn the communists, both the communists who speak on the same voice as the DMK in this particular issue.
Okay, he is alleging dual standards in terms of how you're treating the DMK and the allies and for the same statement, number one. And number two, Satya Kumar, are there different standards when it comes to compensation? As the DMK spokesperson appears to be saying, he's talking about the ammonia victims. Yeah.
So there is no difference in the compensation. With respect to ammonia victims, they're employees of the company. There is a separate act for their compensation. That compensation will also be provided through that act. So Employee Compensation Act, Tamil Nadu Employee Compensation Act, and as well as the state has given them the compensation. Coming back to the Karur victims, my leader Thalapathy Vijay feels that the compensation provided to them by the then DMK government is not adequate in the capacity of the Chief Minister. He is providing compensation, and on compassionate grounds, he is also providing them appointment, job opportunity for them through appointments. This simple thing. Now, let's assume DMK raises a voice against it. Let them raise. It's a dissent. We will hear them. At the same time, our allies raise a dissent. We respect that. So any ally, you cannot say, don't please raise a dissent voice. That cannot be the equation in which you can come to terms with any ally.
No, but they are raising questions about whether there is such a policy that allows such a job. They are saying that there is no such policy that exists. So, are they correct or are they wrong?
No. See, constitutionally, and also the discretionary powers within the Chief Minister's office, there are places on the compassionate ground we can provide employment. We can provide. The administration allows it. If there are issues with respect to that, definitely it is subject to judicial review. It is subject to judicial review always under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. Anybody can, even office can go to the court and question it. There is a liberty for that. Why DMK is actually raising it and they're raising voices to say as though somebody is committing a mistake. Any compensation when a Chief Minister feels on the compassionate ground, we feel empathetical.
Mr. Satya Kumar, may I ask you a simple question? If any of these victims' families, either those who have got the jobs or those whose families have got compensation, are tomorrow called as witnesses in this case and are asked to stand trial, won't that risk the entire judicial process, the entire investigative process coming under scrutiny once again? You're a lawyer.
Madhav, first of all, in CBI case, when FIR began, let me explain technically because this question is being asked again and again. When FIR was filed, my leader Thalapathy Vijay is not accused. Again, when the matter got shifted to, when transferred to CBI, even accused list has not been arranged.
Mr. Nirmal Kumar and a couple of others, including Basyan and Dar, and they are ministers of the TVK.
Where is the RCA? Where is the RCA? We don't have the RCA now. Is it in public place? Nobody is actually been accused now until by CBI.
But they're not named. They're not named, you're saying?
Where is the... Ask Hafiz to show me RCIR.
Hafiz, are they named or are they not named?
They are not named. Nobody is named. Even Senthil Balaji is called as... Senthil Balaji has been called by the CBI. Can I say Senthil Balaji is accused?
Okay. Hafiz.
Will Hafiz will accept?
All right.
Senthil Balaji is accused in dozens of cases. Will Hafiz accept?
Mr. Satya Kumar, Mr. Satyakumar, don't shift the goalpost. The question is simple.
I'm not shifting. I'm asking
When
you.
a
Do you
matter,
have CBI
do
we have it now?
I am not. See, we will go into the debate merit of the case. This
That's
is not
what
a
I'm
court.
saying. My leader Talapati Vijay is not accused.
No, Vijay is not. What about the role of Basi Anand and Mr. Nirmal Kumar?
Did anybody take this discussion on who the accused is now on the show? The
Yeah, of
question
course.
is simple.
You
We
took
said
a petition to the Supreme Court saying my leader Talapati Vijay is
What did
accused.
we
That is
say?
the reason Supreme Court said withdraw the petition.
show the petition where we say Vijay is an accused.
Go and ask your RS Bharati, General Secretary of DMK. Don't
Show
ask
the
me.
petition, please.
Okay.
What is this?
Go and ask
Then you go and ask Vijay who the accused is. What kind of an
Okay.
illogical
Gentlemen, all eyes are on Vijay's visit. When the Chief Minister visits in Karur, what will happen over there? And what are the statements that come out? Of course, this controversy once again coming to light because it is an ally this time. The left parties, the CPI, the CPM, which are raising this issue. What is the response of the Chief Minister and of other ministers going to be? That's something that we're going to watch out for very closely. I'd like to thank all our guests, Mr. Satyakumar, Syed Hafiz, as well as Sarah Shah Halim. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.